Welcome to part 3 of assessment. I'm Reno Giovinetti, the instructional technologist here at College of the Redwoods, and in this module we're going to be looking at the gradebook and feedback. We're going to look at what student access to the gradebook looks like. We're going to look at student grade notifications. We're going to talk about the grade options and features for students, and we're going to talk about the grade options and features for instructors. So students can view feedback in two basic ways. They can either get into the grades link in the navigation bar, and from there they have access to what their current grades are. They can open the assignments from there, and they can view your feedback. They can also go directly to an assignment and open up the assignment, look at the submission that they made, and see what comments you've made on their submission. So students are automatically notified when you enter a grade. So if you're in a grading column and you put in a grade for a student, the student is notified right away that they have an assignment that's been graded. If you want to grade an entire column in your grade book without notifying the student so that you could go in and revise some of the grades, you might want to use the mute option. I've provided a link here for documentation for that, and we'll take a look at that a little bit later in this video. The grades link also has a what if feature that allows students to forecast the future grades based on upcoming assignments. So if they can go in and enter a what if grade for a particular assignment in the gradebook and see what impact that would have on their overall grade. Grades in Canvas can be entered and displayed in any format. So pass, non-pass, a letter grade, a percentage, or a number of points. And you can change the way that grades are calculated and displayed by creating a grade scheme. And I've provided a link here for you to go and look and see what grade schemes are like. In addition, by creating assignment groups, you can create a weighted grade book. So you can divide your assignments up into labs and quizzes and exams and participation and assign a particular percentage to those groups. Grades can be entered directly into the gradebook, or they can come over from the speed grader. So if you're using the speed grader, those grades will go directly into the gradebook. You can also use Excel. You can export your grades out to Excel, change the grades or update the grades, and import them back in, just as another method for you to be able to provide gradebook feedback. As an instructor, you can view the grades of students that are not only currently enrolled in your class, but any student that has dropped your class. I've provided a link here for you to look at some of those procedures. You can excuse a student from an assignment, so you can use EX as a grade for a student, and that grade will no longer be included in their grade calculation. You can also write notes about a particular student separate from any graded item and keep that in the grade book. So let's take a quick look at the grade book and some of the things that we've talked about here. If you look at the grade book, you will notice that in this particular instance, some of these assignments have been set up to display a letter grade, and letter grades can be entered in here. You can use the drop-down menu here for any particular assignment and select the option to mute that assignment as we were talking about. You can also go directly to the speed grader from any one of these assignments. You can come in here and enter a grade directly into an assignment, and you can put notes in about a particular student and save those notes with your grade book. So these are some of the options that we talked about. There are many more options here in the grade book that I'm sure you're going to want to find out about.